Hello YouTube, this is PennsyFan17 and this is my official channel launcher. In this hopefully short video, I'll be going over what the point of this channel is, excuse me, what some of my inspirations are for this channel, what kind of content you can expect on this channel, stuff like that. So, this channel will be dedicated solely to virtual railroading, mainly Trainz Railroad Simulator 2019. In the future, I'll probably get into some other simulators, like Run 8 comes to mind, some of those other ones. But for now, it's going to be Trainz Railroad Simulator 19 exclusively. So I'm going to go in here and run some trains while I talk, so you have something to look at. I'm going to go into Approach Medium's famous Pennsylvania and Berwyn route. I have kind of a session set up in there, just running some trains around. Alright, loading. And once we get in there, I'll start talking about my channel. Hopefully this doesn't take very long. There we go. Alright. Let me pause it here and find where I'm at. Go to the map. So this is Pennsylvania, yeah, you're right. This is Approach Medium's Pennsylvania and Berwyn, which is set in the 90s, roughly, I guess. But right now I have early 1950s Pennsylvania Railroad stuff running on it, just because I can. Why not? And I'll talk about that in a little bit. But alright, I have a train picked out here we're going to run. You can run it while I talk. There we go, there it is. Unpause it. Get in the cab. Got a red signal up here at the exit of the yard. Go ahead and pull up to that for now. You can stop. I want to make sure my switches are set. Good. And that one's locked. Alright. This thing should start going. It's not going. Let's get a little more power in it. There we go. Rough handling. Well, it wasn't moving beforehand. Come on. I'm just going to put it at notch 2 there and whatever. Alright, we're moving. Okay. So, quick background. I've been a fan of railroads all my life, as long as I can remember. I've been a model railroader as long as I can remember. Kind of developed an interest in the Pennsylvania Railroad. And a couple years ago I was watching model railroading videos on YouTube because I was bored, and I came across a Trainz Simulator 2015 video. Caught my interest, so I started watching some other videos of other simulators and came across Trainz with a Z and their line of simulators. And I kind of gravitated towards those because they have way more content than the other simulators. So, but I didn't have a computer that could run Trainz or any of those simulators, so just recently here I got a computer that could run those simulators, and so I just got TRS 2019 about a month ago. So I'm kind of new, still technically, to the whole simulator thing. Been watching YouTube videos on and off for a while, so I kind of feel like I know what I'm doing, but I am technically new, so bear with me a little bit. But I found that Trainz is not very intuitive, so there's so much stuff that even the so-called experts still don't know, because it just is not easy to figure out. So, alright, I hope we stop. 10, 9, yeah, we're good. Going under that steam engine. Alright, there we go. Good. So, alright. So, like, inspirations for this channel, Approach Medium, WIT Simulations, those are some of the channels that I follow that are really big inspirations to what I'm going to do on this channel. This channel is going to be kind of set up like those channels, just focused on different aspects of virtual railroading trains, different railroads, different eras, different content, but kind of the same setup. So let's get it running, my shot. this bridge. There we go. Nice. There we go. As for like content, a lot of like operations videos, like running operations sessions and various routes. This route, other routes by Approach Medium, other routes by other content creators, my own routes, free sessions or preset sessions, just depends. Alright, we should have a green. The signals in this route are not all working right, so I think we technically have a green. It's just not showing it. I don't know why. I mean, we are good. There's nothing else here. Nothing for ways, and it's going the same direction we're going. Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead. Red signal or not, I'm going ahead. There we go, it's moving. Rough handling, come on, what am I supposed to do? I'm just pulling up the slack, I need more power. There we go. So yeah, videos of operations, as well as build videos on the routes I'm going to be building, and I'll talk about those in a minute. Tutorial videos on how to do certain things. I do plan on getting into some amounts of like content creation, reskinning, stuff like that. I'll probably do videos just talking about my various projects and kind of showing how to go about those projects. And make sure my switch is set. Boom, just in time. Stuff like that. Whatever else comes into mind that I can think of. We'll see. As for routes that I'm going to be working on, my big project I have in mind is a route based on the Pennsylvania Railroad Middle Division, which is like the area between Harrisburg, Pennsylvania and Altoona, Pennsylvania. I might stretch it out to Pittsburgh, I'm not sure, we'll see. But that's going to be my main project. It's going to be what I like to call a parody route. It's not going to be exact the same route. It's going to be a representation. The town names are going to be changed. Like Harrisburg's not going to be Harrisburg. It's going to have some other name. Enola Yard's going to have some other name. It's not going to have the same track configuration and everything. It's going to be like it. It's going to have the feel of Enola Yard. The whole route's going to have the feel of that particular route, but it's not going to be the same thing at all. It's going to be, like I said, like a parody route. It's going to be kind of recognizable, but not the same. And I'm doing that because I don't want to have to follow a prototype and have my creativity squashed. If I'm following a prototype, I'm just essentially trying to recreate something that already exists, and that doesn't interest me. I don't want to have to do that. So that's my big project, and that's going to be set in the transition era. 1952 is my kind of target year, but with the way Trainz is, with the lack of, I mean, it's got a ton of content, but it's still not everything you would have as like a model railroad or something. So I am going to have to probably make some exceptions. But yeah, 1952 is my main target year. And then I'll have some other routes, some short lines. Like I have a idea for a proto-freelance short line based on a railroad in central Pennsylvania called North Shore System. Just like a modern short line kind of thing. And whatever else I come up with. I have some ideas for like some switching layouts, stuff like that. So we'll see what I come up with. But those are the ideas I have in mind right now. As for like method and stuff like that, the way I go about Trainz, model railroading and now virtual railroading, I approach it from a more operations-based perspective. So I'm not just putting a train together and running it in a circle and that's it. What I'm doing has some sort of purpose. We got a train full of cars, full of commodities, and those commodities need to go somewhere, and so the goal is to get those commodities where they need to go. So when I get into more of the operations videos and stuff like that, that's what we will be doing. In this video, obviously, that's not what I'm doing. I'm just running a train, and I'm going to do some run-by shots here, so let's get over here and find a good place. Let's see. Swing around. That looks good. There we go. And in many of my videos, I'll be utilizing the AI functions in this simulator to get other trains to interact with and stuff. So it's not just going to be running trains for the sake of running trains. It's going to have some purpose to it. We're going to various things we're trying to accomplish, which gives it a lot more meaning. I think makes it a lot more fun. Now, I'm not like one of those sticklers that everything has to be absolutely realistic when it comes to operations. I mean, if something's not fun, then I'm not going to do it, because I'm here to have fun, and you are too. You don't want to watch boring stuff. So I'm going to probably fudge a few things, and you have to in trains. I mean, when you got a train, when you got a 100-car train, you're not going to be able to fill every car with the exact load you want, stuff like that. It's just, you know, you gotta make your exceptions. But for the most part, I'm going to be operationally realistic. I'm trying to think what else there is to say. Brain freeze. If any of you are YouTubers, you know what I'm talking about. If you're recording a video and your brain freezes up. Nice run-by shot, guys. But yeah, I am a bit of a rambler, I must warn you. So my videos, for the most part, will not be boring. I will be talking most of the time to keep you entertained. Like right now, I had a brain freeze, but this is a channel launcher. It's one of my first videos. I'm still learning this, so bear with me. It'll get better. And you can probably tell the microphone quality is pretty lousy. I'm using a pretty basic microphone, so that'll improve eventually. But like I said, this is a channel launcher. This is just to get things going, and then it'll improve in the future. And that leads me to mention that I do plan on posting my first actual official video either today or tomorrow, and I'm probably going to be on this route doing some operations set in the 90s with the actual P&B equipment. And we'll see. I might live stream that. I'm tempted to live stream it, but being my first official video, that might be an absolute disaster, and I'm not going to have many people in the live chat anyway watching it, the live stream, so it's probably not worth it. But I don't know. I like the idea of live streaming because you get more interaction from the viewers, but I don't really have any viewers right now. As I'm talking, I have 0 views because this video hasn't even been uploaded yet. So, you know, I got 2 subscribers. I've been kind of advertising, so I do have 2 subscribers. Woohoo! But yeah, so we'll see what I do with that. But that'll be either tonight or tomorrow. It could be after that too. I mean, I have a busy life, so no guarantees. But I will try to get content out pretty frequently. Let's do another run-by shot. This is boring sitting in the cab. This route is really nice, but it was built in Tame, Trainz New Era, so it's got a lot of the Trainz New Era content, and a lot of that doesn't translate to TRS 2019. These billboard trees look awful. These grass splines, these right here don't look that bad, but some of the ones back in the yard looked awful. Because of the shadows in TRS 2019, the shadow engine, or whatever you want to call it, is a lot better. It's a lot more realistic. It's almost too realistic. When you get on the high settings, it's like way too contrasty. But in a route like this, it just really contrasts everything, and everything looks awful. So when I am building my routes in TRS 2019, I am going to be using all the new stuff in TRS 2019, the 3D trees, Turfex, PBR textures, stuff like that, to kind of mitigate those shadow effects. And I also want to just take advantage of all this new stuff that they put into TRS 2019, because it really can make your route look realistic. And I've seen some pictures of some people that really use all that stuff, and it's amazing how realistic it looks. I mean, it makes this route is really good. It makes this route look awful. So that I will be using that kind of stuff. I am hoping to create some real quality routes. I have been practicing, and I'm okay, and I will get better. I'm new, but you just got to kind of learn the tricks of the trade and know what you're looking for, and be able to use the right content. It's hard to find good content, but that's kind of the trick to it. I found out early on, so I will be doing that. I was surprised at how much content there is in Trainz, especially for like the 1950s. A lot of routes in Trainz are modern era routes. Let me get my train going faster. We're going 21 miles an hour at the speed limit. Anyway, I was surprised at how much content there is in Trainz, especially for the 1950s. A lot of the routes are modern era routes, so you get a ton of modern era content. But there is a lot of transition era content. A lot of stuff from Jointed Rail, Trainz Forge, K&L Trains, a lot of good quality content creators there. And there's a lot of decent stuff off the download station. I've been able to find a lot of good, quality content, or at least passable content on the download station. I was surprised. There was more than I thought there was going to be, and I'm kind of glad about that. I'll point out some of the content I found as this train goes by. But yeah, I mean, this simulator has a lot of content, so it allows for a lot of diversity, makes it a lot more realistic, which is one of the biggest selling points I have for the simulator. Let's switch over here because of the shadows. There we go. That looks good. These are F3s from Trainz Forge. I have F7s from Trainz Forge, but I have some missing dependencies. That boxcar is from Jointed Rail, and there's Trainz Forge. You can see where my mouse is pointing. More Trainz Forge content, these reefers. Steam engines are all from K&L Trains, really good quality stuff. Diesel locomotives are kind of hit and miss. I did find a lot of stuff on the download station. It's not the greatest, but it's good enough. These automobile boxcars here from the download station, they look pretty good. They're not weathered, but they look good enough. So yeah, I mean, you look. There's a lot of different content in this train. It looks realistic. It's not like some simulators where you have like 50 of the same boxcars lined up. So I am happy with that. Alright, let's get back in the cab. Nope. I missed the grade crossing here. Should have put my headlights on when I was in the yard. Headlights on and bell. I'm already breaking some of my rules. Should have put the bell on in the yard. Should have put the headlights on in the yard. Let's see, what's the whistle sound on this? Not the greatest sounding whistle. Whatever. Good enough. Alright, I have some AI trains running, and some of them are stuck. This route, like, the signals are not all right. Track marks aren't all set up right, so I've been running some AI trains in it, and they have been giving me some fits. So when I get into the operations, I'm going to be experiencing some troubles with that, and I'll try to keep that at a minimum. I have to figure a lot of that out, but that's not happening right now. This one's stuck. This one's stuck. That's all over at Allegheny Yard, which is on the opposite end of this line. I'm not going to go that far. We've already been recording for 20 minutes. I said this is going to be a short video, and 20 minutes is okay, but I was hoping to keep it under 20, which I still can. I think I've mentioned about everything I want to mention, so I think I am going to wrap it up here. Let's do another run by shot. Like I said, this is not, we're not doing any operations here, so this is not as in-depth. Why is that track not showing up on the bridge? That's weird. Hello, hello. That's weird, and my train's going over it, and there's no track there. That's weird. Okay. But yeah, I'm not doing any actual operations in this video, so it's not as interesting as my future videos. But this is just to kind of get an idea of what I'm about on this channel. Nice run by here. A couple other trains running, I just want to go check out. Go to the map here. Do a couple more run-bys and then I'm going to call it quits. I have another train running back here. AI train. Should be running. Yeah, a lot of the AI stuff in trains, they've improved that. There it is. Not moving very fast. Must have just come out of the signal. A lot of the AI stuff in trains they've recently improved. Oh, that's a cool shot. Let's look at that. There we go. With the release of TRS 2019, and there's a lot you can do with it. It's still not ideal. There's still glitches. It's still not totally comprehensive. But it's good enough. You can do a lot with it. Forgot these are Alco FAs from Trainz Forge. Really nice. The window tinting doesn't look quite right on it, but like in this, it's got shadows on it, so you can notice that. And you can see that headlight is not right. I don't know what to do about that. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to go in here and turn that off. View details, headlights on, no. So the headlights should be on, but since the headlights aren't working, I'm going to turn them off. And it doesn't look right with the headlight off, but whatever. But I do really like these engines. Like I said, these are off Trainz Forge. I was surprised at how much good quality content there is in the transition era. It seems like there's a lack of Pennsylvania Railroad content. For being the standard railroad of the world back in the 50s, I'm really surprised there's not more Pennsylvania Railroad content. I mean, there's like nothing on Jointed Rail. Trainz Forge has a few things. Cano Trains has a lot, but still. I mean, I only have like one Pennsylvania Railroad boxcar. Not too happy about that, but eventually I do plan on getting into my own content creation, and I do plan on taking some of these boxcars like these here and reskinning them for the Pennsylvania Railroad. And that'll kind of take care of that. I have seen some boxcars in the Pennsylvania Railroad, the Pennsylvania Railroad's own home-built boxcars. The X31s is the class they are. They have a round roof. I've seen those. I've seen those in videos. Some other content creators have seen them in their videos, but I don't know where to get those. And I think that's because they haven't been released yet. So, if those ever do release, if I can ever figure out where to get those, I'm definitely going to get my hands on those, and you'll see those a lot in the videos. Here's some other. These are Pennsylvania Railroad automobile boxcars. They have this red circle keystone. I don't know if that's realistic or not. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but whatever. I'm still using them. They still look good. Alright. We're going on 25 minutes here. That's pretty long. I didn't want to go quite that long, but I'm rambling. As you'll see, I'm a very good rambler. I will keep you entertained, that's for sure. I will talk your ears off. Which, I've watched many YouTube videos where they sit there and run the train and don't say anything, and it's kind of like, okay, this is boring. So I will keep you entertained, that's for sure. Don't worry about that. Alright, one last run by, and then I think I'm speeding. I am speeding. know in other train simulators they come up with like big warnings, red flashing lights, speeding, speeding, speeding. This one doesn't do that. It does say speeding right here, but it's not as obvious. I ain't really speeding. So, and like I said, I will eventually get into some other simulators, and other simulators do have their advantages, so I will do some other ones to get a taste of them, but for now, I got TRS 2019, got a lot of the content for that. I put a lot of energy into getting good content for it, figuring it out, so for now, it's going to be TRS 2019. Like I said, I think of all the simulators out there, this is probably overall the best one, because it's got the best selection of content. The graphics engine, I think, is really good in it. It's got a lot of features like TurfX and stuff that make it really realistic and stuff. So we'll stick with this one for a while. Alright, well, as this run by is finishing up, I am racking my brain trying to think of anything else I need to mention. And I can't think of anything. If I do, I will mention it in my next video, which, like I said, will probably be tonight or tomorrow. I'll be doing operations on the PMB here with actual PMB equipment. So look for that. While you're waiting, like and subscribe this video. And with that, I think that's about it. Alright. So, I will see you next time. Adios.